Thank you for tuning in to the Clay Edwards Show here on the Save Jackson YouTube channel. That's at Save JXN. You can also follow me at that same handle across all social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, and more at Save JXN. We've been following this story here for a while now. A man came up missing a few months back. A few weeks later, he was found floating deceased in the Pearl River, a few counties down from Jackson. It's been a huge mystery about what happened. How did he end up in the river? Was it foul play? Was it self-inflicted? Was it an accident? Nobody's really sure. The family is having a bit of a civil war. His wife here in town, Karrisa, is not on the same side as his family from Africa and his brother who also lives here. We streamed a press conference of the wife giving an update Friday afternoon, I believe it was. Karrisa is her name. She kind of passive aggressively blamed it on racism and blamed him being black on the reason why the police departments have not taken this disappearance seriously. I just find that wildly difficult to believe in a city that's majority black, that's ran by black people for black people. Racism ain't the problem. Then the other side of the family has come out over the weekend and held a press conference themselves in front of Capitol Police, who they say is in control of this investigation, which that would make sense. It happened. He came disappearing from Belhaven. So we're going to watch this news report from WLBT. We're going to get an update now from that side of the family. At the end of this video, I'll put the wife's press conference in the box here for you to click and watch, or whatever direction it'll be over here. Let's go to WLBT now and check out what they have to say about the Dau Mabil investigation.
Tonight out of Jackson, dozens of family members and community leaders came together demanding answers in the case of Dau Mabil. Now, you may remember the 33-year-old went missing back in March. His body was found in the Pearl River a month later. 3 on your side's Chris Fields has more.
A press conference was here at Capitol Police headquarters. Mabil's mother and others from Africa, which is where he's from, traveled all the way to the U.S. just to be here. Now, simply put, they want to know what actually happened to Mabil and where things stand in this investigation.
Everybody know what happened to Dau, and everybody's quiet. You might hurt the case. You might hurt the case. The only case that we are hurting, if we talk, is Karrisa's case.
My mother is here. She wants to see her son and what was done to him.
As tears flow from her eyes, Dau Mabil's mother could not hold back her emotions. With signs in hand, family, friends, and community members standing together as one, demanding the wheels of justice turn in this case to bring everyone some type of closure.
The Mississippi Capitol Police, the lead agency in charge of my brother's death investigation, has not been fair and forthcoming with their investigation.
See, Dau Mabil went missing back in March when he left to go for a walk. His body was found in the Pearl River in Lawrence County in April.
The Capitol Police Division has failed to handle my brother's case with the respect and urgency it deserves.
Bul Mabi is Dau's older brother. He strongly believes Capitol Police and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation are not reporting key information to the family nor the public.
If there was no foul play, where is the Capitol Police his investigation report? When was the FBI report that the chief of Capitol Police said that agreed with their conclusion?
Family members also believe that those who were close to Dau Mabil may have played a role in his disappearance and death.
I tend to agree with that, at least the disappearance. I don't know about the death, but I suspect possibly a cover-up more so than foul play.
The evidence is there. Dau said, I am the evidence. Get Dau's body. He supposed to hear that and not do anything?
The family is now calling on the Department of Justice to look into and investigate what happened, hoping it'll lead to more answers to their questions. Reporting in the city of Jackson, Chris Fields.
Good job by Chris Fields and the team over there at WLBT, doing good work there. Let's see here. What do you guys think? If you're familiar with the case, I'm guessing you are if you've tuned into this video. We've done several videos about it, talked about it ad nauseum, especially since the body was discovered. You know, I try not to get overly involved in these type things on the early end because so much can go wrong. There was a big belief that he may have just said, peace out, and left. You know, because again, there's been stuff that's come up since his disappearance. He was wanting to leave his wife. She had apparently gotten into some very feminist type podcast. And he wasn't about that life. Was she upset that he wanted to leave, or were they having problems? I don't know if I want to go to the extreme that he was wanting to leave his wife. Maybe that's a bit much, but they were definitely having some problems, and it centered around her getting into these very feminist centric podcasts. We can see here she did a press conference the other day. Let's see if we can pull it up real quick here over at WLBT. Kind of strolling here. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Father's Day as I record this video. And here is
the wife of
get through this ad here. All right, got that. Here is the wife's. Here's the news story from the wife's press conference.
Dau Mabil now giving us updates in her husband's death, where several questions remain unanswered now. The family calling a press conference today to lay out where the investigation stands and how they are dealing with, they claim, are false statements in the case. Reading your side's Chris Fields has the very latest.
It was an emotional press conference as Dau Mabil's wife, Karrisa Bul, and her brother, Spencer Bul, stood together to address claims they say are not true. They also claim authorities are moving slow when it comes to investigating this case.
He is special. He was special before he ever married me. I'm just here like missing him. I'm just here to miss him.
Karrisa Bul expressing emotion and grief at a press conference Friday. She's the wife of Dau Mabil, who went missing back in March.
So is her last name Bowley or is it Mabil? I truly don't know.
His body was found in the Pearl River in Lawrence County in April. Bul and her family say they recently learned from the Capitol Police that they are still waiting to receive the full autopsy report for Dau Mabil. They also talked about the confusion over which agency was investigating the case.
The case was kind of claimed by both Capitol Police and JPD, but they did refuse to behave as if they were working on this one in the same case.
Spencer Bul, Mabil's brother and attorney.
So she's clearly kept her maiden name, Bowley, after they got married. All right, that makes more sense.
Says once they get the results of the autopsy, the body will be released back to them. Once that happens, they will begin the process of conducting a second autopsy, something Mabil's brother, Bul Mabi, has been requesting.
We've heard from them that they have someone in mind or that they've already selected somebody to have that autopsy performed. We've asked them who that is so they can tell us so we can go ahead and start the process of coordinating the logistics with that person to try to get the second autopsy done as quickly as it can be.
The Bul family also discussed some of the accusations made about Mabil's wife and legal complaints.
Karrisa was trying to get Dau's body to have it immediately cremated so that no one could get any real evidence from it.
Spencer Bul says that statement is not true, and that is not all.
It was alleged in court that it was suspicious that Karrisa contacted the police 30 minutes after Dau went missing. This was not true.
On Saturday, Dau Mabil's family members as well as several community leaders.
All right, so that's actually really interesting. They cut this press conference off. We were watching it live. They cut it off before.
And that is not all.
Sorry. They cut it off before they got to that point. So that is a very interesting point, because that was one of the key things that got brought up that made her look like she was possibly implicated. So if that's true, that's huge. And look, here's my opinion on it. I've given it multiple times now. I'm going to remain consistent with this. I don't believe, and I look, obviously I could be wrong. I am not a criminal expert, but I do know I do know people, and I do understand patterns, and I understand a certain side of town, a neighborhood, why people like to live there, a little more hippie ish. If that if that makes sense, that's not an insult. It's just a different way of life. That's not really my way of life. Uh, I believe that there was possibly an accidental overdose of some sort. Maybe somebody was having a little too much fun, whatever the case may be. I believe that that accidental overdose may have consisted possibly of something that had fentanyl in it. And this is a big speculation. Maybe that dude just stumbled into the river, had an accident, and that's what happened. We're all making a way bigger deal out of this. But I believe that he probably got an accidental overdose, maybe got some pills or something that were fentanyl laced, maybe some type of powder that was fentanyl laced, something of that nature. There's a huge fentanyl problem in America right now, thanks to the open border situation and the war on opioids. Whole another conversation for another day. I believe that there are probably some people around, or that he possibly got him those drugs, and they're like, oh crap, we're going to jail now. This guy just died. Or, oh crap, I can't be affiliated with this, even if they didn't get him the drugs. Like, I can't be around somebody that died of an overdose. We got to get rid of the body. And they dumped him after he was presumably dead. And again, that's just speculation. Maybe I've seen too many movies, but I have ran this by a few people, and they say, it makes sense to them too. But of course, none of them are cops that are affiliated with this. I don't have any inside information. I'm just shooting from the hip with people that I know. What do you guys think? What are your suspicions? Again, I just don't think the wife killed her husband. And I know a lot of like Black Jackson has been saying that. I've seen the comments like under WLBT and stuff. They're convinced the wife had something to do with it, maybe on the disappearance, but I just do not believe that a white girl married a black guy and then killed him because she's a racist. And that's some of the stuff I've seen in the comments, and that's absolutely insane. That is not what I believe happened on any level. But hey, I have been wrong before. Capitol Police and NBI are very credible investigative units. I know people at both agencies. They will figure out what happened, and we will see how it all unfolds. Tune in, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, wherever you're watching this at. If you like the shirt I'm wearing, the FAFO, you can buy it online at buyfafo.com. We have caps, tank tops, and you do get stickers as well. I've even got flags back in stock now. Tune into the Clay Edwards Show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 103.9 FM, WYAB. 2 hours every morning of live, raw, and uncut Central Mississippi, statewide, and national news being covered unlike anybody else does it in the market. Peace out.